Archaeologists have uncovered objects that should be impossible, tools older than humans, tablets predicting celestial events centuries ahead. These discoveries challenge everything we thought we knew about history. What you're about to see could change the story of humanity itself. Join us and explore the finds that rewrote history.
Number 10. Bronze Age Fortress in Saudi Arabia's Desert. Archaeological teams working in Saudi Arabia's harsh northern desert made a discovery that completely redefined our understanding of ancient Arabian civilizations. Near the Al-Kabar oasis, they uncovered the remains of one of the largest Bronze Age fortifications ever found in the region, a massive defensive complex that once protected this precious water source over 4,000 years ago. The fortress walls originally stretched an incredible 14.2 kilometers in circumference, standing up to 5 meters high and measuring between 1.7 to 2.4 meters thick. Radiocarbon dating placed its construction between 2250 and 1950 BC, making it contemporary with other great fortifications of the ancient world. The defensive system included 74 stone towers, called bastions, strategically positioned to provide complete coverage of potential attack routes. This wasn't just a military installation. It was a thriving urban center that enclosed roughly 1,100 hectares of land, making it comparable in size to some of Europe's greatest medieval fortifications. The oasis location was crucial for survival in the desert environment, providing fresh water through underground aquifers and supporting agriculture that sustained thousands of inhabitants. Evidence suggests the fortress controlled important trade routes that connected Mesopotamia with the Arabian Peninsula, making it a wealthy commercial hub. The discovery forces historians to reconsider the sophistication of Bronze Age Arabian societies, proving they could organize massive construction projects and maintain complex urban centers in one of the world's most challenging environments.
Number 9. The lost Maya megacity of Valeriana. Deep within Mexico's dense Campeche jungle, revolutionary LiDAR technology revealed one of the most significant Maya discoveries in decades, the massive urban center now called Valeriana. Named after a nearby lagoon, this hidden metropolis stunned archaeologists with its sheer scale and complexity. The site contains an astounding 6,674 structures spread across a vast area, including towering pyramids, elaborate plazas, residential compounds, and even a ceremonial ball court where ancient Maya played their ritualistic games. Built primarily during the Classic period between 250 and 900 AD, though some structures may date back centuries earlier, Valeriana challenges everything we thought we knew about Maya population density and urban planning. The LiDAR survey, conducted by flying aircraft equipped with laser technology over the jungle canopy, penetrated through layers of thick vegetation to map the ground below with incredible precision. What emerged was a sophisticated city layout with carefully planned neighborhoods, complex water management systems, and defensive structures that protected the inhabitants. The discovery revealed that the Maya civilization was far more urbanized than previously believed, with interconnected cities linked by raised stone causeways called sakbeab that allowed for efficient transportation and communication across vast distances. Archaeological teams are now planning ground expeditions to explore these structures up close and uncover artifacts that will provide deeper insights into daily life in this remarkable Maya metropolis.
I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go!
Number 8. The SS Thistlegorm. Beneath the crystal-clear waters of the Red Sea, marine archaeologists continued to explore one of the most spectacular underwater museums ever discovered, the SS Thistlegorm, a British cargo steamship that met its dramatic end in 1941.
This 126-meter-long vessel serves as an incredible time capsule from World War II, perfectly preserved by the sea's unique conditions. German bombers attacked the ship while it was carrying vital military supplies to Allied forces in North Africa, sending it to the seabed with its entire cargo intact. What makes this discovery so remarkable is the extraordinary preservation of wartime materials that would have long since rusted away on land. Divers can swim through the ship's holds and witness history frozen in time. Bedford trucks with their tires still inflated, armored carriers ready for battle, motorcycles that look like they could still run, and massive steam locomotives that were destined for Egypt's railway system. The cargo hold resembles a military museum where visitors can touch actual weapons, ammunition, and equipment used during the war's most crucial period. Recent advanced underwater photography and 3D mapping technology has allowed researchers to document every detail of the wreck without disturbing its historical integrity. The ship's strategic location along a major shipping route provides insights into wartime logistics and the dangerous conditions faced by merchant sailors. This underwater archaeological site continues to reveal new details about wartime technology and naval operations, making it one of the most accessible and educational shipwrecks for both researchers and recreational divers worldwide.
Number 7. The Royal Physician's Secret Tomb in Saqqara. Hidden beneath centuries of sand in Egypt's famous Saqqara necropolis, archaeologists struck gold when they uncovered the magnificently decorated tomb of Teti-Nebufu, a royal physician who lived 4,100 years ago during the 5th dynasty. This wasn't your average ancient burial site. The French-Swiss archaeological team discovered something extraordinary, a high-status healer known as a wizard doctor who served the pharaohs themselves. The tomb walls gleamed with intricate hieroglyphic inscriptions that revealed Teti-Nebufu's impressive resume. He was simultaneously a priest, physician, chief dentist, and director of medicinal plants for the royal court. Inside the burial chamber, researchers found rare medical instruments that would have been cutting-edge technology for their time, including bronze surgical tools and containers for storing potent medicines. The decorations showed scenes of healing rituals and depicted the physician treating various ailments, providing invaluable insights into ancient Egyptian medical practices. What made this discovery particularly stunning was the preservation quality. Vibrant colors still adorned the walls after millennia underground. The tomb also contained papyrus scrolls with medical recipes and treatment procedures that were previously unknown to modern science. This find completely changed our understanding of how sophisticated ancient Egyptian medicine really was, proving that these healers possessed knowledge that wouldn't be rediscovered in Europe for another 1,000 years.
Number 6. Roman brass armor reassembled after 2,000 years. Sometimes the most remarkable archaeological discoveries happen not in the field, but in museum storage rooms where patient conservators perform historical miracles. Such was the case with a Roman arm guard that had been sitting in pieces at the National Museum, Scotland, for over a century before finally being reassembled for the first time in 2,000 years. Originally discovered in 1906 at the ancient Roman fort of Tremontium near Melrose in the Scottish borders, this brass armor arrived at the museum as more than 100 fragments scattered throughout different containers, some still bearing remnants of the original leather straps. For decades, this collection of metal pieces remained untouched because the painstaking jigsaw puzzle seemed too daunting to attempt. Recent conservation efforts by dedicated specialists in Edinburgh finally tackled this monumental challenge, carefully studying each fragment's size, shape, and construction details to understand how they fit together. The completed arm guard represents the most complete Roman brass armor of its type ever assembled, covering the soldier's arm from shoulder to hand with articulated plates that allowed for natural movement during combat. Initially, experts believed the fragments might be from body armor or a thigh guard, but reconstruction revealed its true purpose as sophisticated arm protection. The design appears to have been influenced by gladiator equipment, suggesting that Roman military engineers borrowed innovations from arena combat to improve battlefield protection. While the reason for the armor's fragmentation remains a mystery, its successful reconstruction provides unprecedented insights into Roman military technology and the sophisticated metallurgy skills of ancient armorers. This achievement demonstrates the importance of museum conservation work and how modern techniques can resurrect ancient artifacts that seemed permanently lost to time.
Number 5. Medieval Church. Beneath Venice's heart, Venice delivered another archaeological surprise when excavation work in the legendary Piazza San Marco revealed the buried remains of a medieval church that had been lost to history for nearly 900 years. Workers digging in the heart of the city's most famous square uncovered stone foundations, burial sites, and carved architectural elements from what researchers believe was the original San Gimignano church, demolished in the 12th century during major renovations of the piazza. The discovery included multiple tombs containing the remains of ancient Venetians, along with fragments of carved stone that once adorned the church's facade and interior. These burial sites provide unprecedented insights into medieval Venetian society, including burial practices and the social hierarchy of the time. The original San Gimignano was believed to have been one of the oldest religious structures in the area around Piazza San Marco, predating the famous St. Mark's Basilica that dominates the square today. A newer church with the same name was constructed nearby in the 1500s, but these ruins represent the authentic medieval foundation that served Venice's earliest Christian community. The location of this discovery is particularly significant because it sits directly beneath one of Europe's busiest tourist destinations, where millions of visitors walk unknowingly over this buried piece of history every year. Archaeological teams are proceeding cautiously with their analysis, using advanced ground-penetrating radar and careful excavation techniques to avoid damaging the square's current infrastructure. This find demonstrates that even the world's most famous historical cities still hold secrets waiting to be uncovered, and that Venice's rich history extends far deeper underground than previously imagined.
Number 4. Ancient Greek temples hidden in southern Italy. Construction workers in southern Italy's Paestum region got more than they bargained for when their excavation work uncovered not one, but two magnificently preserved ancient Greek temples dating back to the 5th century BC. These Doric temples had been hiding underground for over 2,500 years, completely unknown to modern archaeology until heavy machinery disturbed their resting place. The discovery revealed a fascinating archaeological layer cake. Beneath the larger temple structures, workers found the foundations of even older, smaller temples, suggesting this location held religious significance for multiple generations of ancient Greeks. One temple was discovered directly beneath a collapsed stone wall, while evidence of an ancient roadway runs parallel to the site, indicating this was once a bustling religious complex with proper infrastructure. The positioning of these temples wasn't random. They were strategically placed to serve as a sanctuary or protective zone for the nearby urban area, following sophisticated ancient urban planning principles. The temple's Doric architectural style features the characteristic fluted columns and triangular pediments that defined classical Greek construction. Archaeologists believe these structures were part of a larger sacred precinct that served the spiritual needs of the ancient Greek colonies that flourished in southern Italy during the classical period. The discovery is particularly significant because it adds to the already impressive collection of 3 major temples at Paestum, making this one of the most important concentrations of Greek religious architecture outside of Greece itself. Preservation efforts are now underway to protect these newly discovered temples and eventually make them accessible to the public as part of the expanded archaeological park.
Number 3. Peru's 4,750-year-old Stone Plaza. High in Peru's northern Andes, archaeologists have uncovered a megalithic plaza in the Cajamarca Basin that predates the Great Pyramids of Egypt and rivals Stonehenge in age and complexity. Dating to approximately 2850 BCE during the late pre-ceramic period, this remarkable structure represents one of the earliest examples of monumental architecture in the Americas. The plaza's construction technique sets it apart from other ancient Andean sites. Instead of the typical circular layouts found elsewhere in the region, this complex features large standing stones arranged in two concentric walls measuring about 18 meters across. This unique architectural approach demonstrates sophisticated stoneworking skills and engineering knowledge that was previously unknown for this time period in Peru. The builders were primarily hunter-gatherers who were just beginning to experiment with agriculture and animal domestication, making their ability to organize such a massive construction project even more remarkable. The late pre-ceramic period was a time of significant social and economic transformation throughout the Andes, as coastal communities began developing complex trade relationships with inland groups. The plaza's builders lived during a transitional period when small family-based societies were evolving into larger, more interconnected communities that could coordinate major public works projects. Archaeological evidence suggests that constructing this plaza required extensive community cooperation and may have involved large seasonal gatherings that strengthened social bonds across different groups. The site provides crucial insights into how early Andean societies organized themselves and began developing the complex social hierarchies that would eventually produce the Inca Empire. This discovery challenges previous assumptions about the capabilities of pre-ceramic Andean societies and demonstrates that monumental architecture emerged independently in multiple regions of the world during the same general time period.
Number 2. The Lord of the Flutes in Panama. Deep in Panama's El Cano Archaeological Park, researchers made a musical discovery that's changing our understanding of ancient Central American leadership structures. They uncovered a 1,200-year-old tomb belonging to someone archaeologists have nicknamed the Lord of the Flutes, a title that perfectly captures the unique nature of this burial site. This marks the 9th tomb discovered at El Cano since excavations began in 2008, but it's unlike any of the others in its emphasis on musical and ceremonial objects rather than weapons or military equipment. The tomb dates to the period when indigenous peoples of central Panama, 200 BCE to 1550 CE, were developing sophisticated cultural traditions centered around music, metalworking, and elaborate ceremonies. Inside the burial chamber, archaeologists found an impressive collection of gold artifacts, including ornate breastplates, decorative belts, ceremonial bells, golden skirts, and multiple flutes that give this ancient leader his modern nickname. Perhaps the most unusual items were gold-plated earrings crafted from sperm whale teeth, an extraordinary example of the exotic materials available to elite members of ancient Panamanian society. Analysis of the skeletal remains suggests the Lord of the Flutes was between 30 and 40 years old when he died, and the absence of weapons in his tomb indicates he was likely a spiritual or ceremonial leader rather than a warrior. This discovery challenges traditional assumptions about power structures in pre-Columbian Panama, suggesting that musical and ritual expertise could elevate someone to the highest levels of society. The find provides valuable insights into the sophisticated cultural exchange networks that connected Panama to distant regions, as evidenced by the whale teeth and other exotic materials found in the tomb.
Number 1. Denmark's oldest runic inscription. A small 3-inch iron knife discovered in Denmark has rewritten the history of runic writing of Scandinavia by pushing back the earliest known use of runes in the country by nearly 800 years. Dating to approximately 150 AD, this humble blade bears the inscription Hela, meaning small sword in Old Norse, a description that suggests its owner had either a great sense of humor or simply liked to label their belongings clearly. This discovery predates the famous Jelling runestones by 8 centuries, making it the oldest runic artifact ever found in Denmark.
The knife represents more than just an ancient tool. It's evidence of the earliest known runic alphabet usage in Danish territory, indicating that Germanic tribes were developing sophisticated writing systems much earlier than previously believed. The inscription technique shows remarkable skill, with each runic character carefully carved into the iron surface using tools that would have been available to craftsmen of the Roman Iron Age. This wasn't an isolated example of runic labeling. Archaeologists have found similar labeled objects throughout Scandinavia, including a bone comb discovered in 1865 near Odense, inscribed with Harja, warrior, or comb, now housed in Denmark's National Museum. These finds suggest that ancient Norse people commonly labeled their personal belongings, perhaps as a practical matter in communal living situations or as a form of early property identification. The discovery of such early runic writing challenges previous assumptions about literacy levels in Iron Age Scandinavia, indicating that writing was more widespread among ordinary people than historians had believed. This small knife provides a direct link to the development of runic alphabets that would eventually spread throughout the Germanic world and become an integral part of Viking Age culture.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.